Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to do a book page project, and we're going to make decorated double pockets and tags. Now I seen this on YouTube, and I think I've seen it a couple times, but the one that caught my eye was Yvonne Preston's Journal YouTube page. So, I changed mine up just a little tiny bit from the way hers was. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, I made this from National Geographic pages. This was an old book back in the 60s, and I like the feel of the paper. Feels it's soft, almost soft and smooth. And what I did was I trimmed my edge off, the edge that I tore out, and then I taped 2 pages. No, I didn't tape them. I glued 2 pages together, and it makes it kind of stiff, almost like a lightweight card. So, and after I cut my stuff out, I had these left over, and these would make great pockets, tags, journal cards, anything like that. So that's where my book page come from. So this is the one that I have glued together, and I inked my right side. Now, I made a tab here for the pocket. I wasn't supposed to make it there. I have to make it up top here. I made this tab for this side pocket. So we're going to have a tuck here, and then we're going to have a top pocket here. So before I cut my thumb notch, I want to put this up here and cut them together. Then they'll kind of match. Did my inking, so I'll only have to ink like where I round my corners, and that, then I don't have to do a lot of it on here. I'm not going to cut a very big notch. And then this will slide down there, and it will be even. So now I just have to ink that up a little bit. I actually have to ink both of them. Okay. Now that's what that'll look like now. So this here is not even going to bother anything because we're going to have this glued down. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on first. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. Sometimes my Fabri-Tac doesn't make my paper wrinkle. Well, I don't think I've ever had Fabri-Tac wrinkle my paper. Before I got my art glitter glue, this is actually what I used, was Fabri-Tac. It's just kind of expensive, but I like it. So we'll go ahead and glue this edge, and I'll just put some glue on here too, and that'll finish gluing that down and across the bottom. Don't have to glue this side. Try to stay out towards the edge, then you won't run out of pocket space. So there we go. Let's see if it fits in here. If it doesn't, I'll have to trim it a little. Nope, I'm going to have to trim it a little bit. So we'll just go ahead and do that now. There's my pencil. So maybe we'll just take it off about here. Before you glue stuff down, you can only sometimes guess how wide it's going to be. Let's try that now. I think I better take just a little bit more off. And then I'm going to round my edges, so that'll also help. I could have put this on cardstock. But sometimes, you know, the journal paper, you know, your journal paper works good also. So I'll just put that in there because Fabri-Tac doesn't set up as fast as art glitter glue. I'll go ahead and round my corners. And then we'll try. Just gets to that one spot and it doesn't want to give. So I may have to just glue it onto a little piece of cardstock or something. It is quite a long pocket to go down in there. I don't want to tear it. There we go. That's better. All right. So I have to ink that again. I'll cut my corners off. Let's see, what size do I want to do it? Maybe this size. Cut my corners off to make my tag. Now we can just ink it up a little bit. could have also backed this on the book page, but I wanted to have it as a journal card. Okay, so now we have that done. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'll glue this. Maybe I better decorate this one up first. So we have birds. And then I haven't used mushrooms for quite a long time. So I thought the birds and the mushrooms went good together. So I'm going to put mushrooms here in the center, somewhere around in here, so they just show out past that part. I want to change it up a little bit from the same old thing. And I think the colors of the mushrooms and the birds will all go good together, because these papers all came out of the same scrapbook pad. So let me just grab the pad and then I can show you what the name is. Okay, it's called French Prep. It's by Color Block. You get 50 sheets. I got it at Walmart like years ago, but Walmart still sells it. So I like the papers in it. I've used quite a lot out of this. I have lots of bits and pieces. So I kind of found my way back to that here just not too long back, so I like using that. All right, so I have that on there now, so I knew where to place it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. So again, we have the birds, and it was like a long, almost like a long part that you could write in. It went something like this. This was part of it. And then I just cut some of it off. So I just left a border around all of these. I think it looks nice with the border. Then I'm going to decorate this pocket. Let me see, not that one. I'm going to decorate with this one. We just have these little tiny mushrooms on this strip, and I'm going to make a pocket out of it. Just a little tiny tuck pocket. So I had strips going crossways, and then I had strips going up and down, so I'm just going to use this one as a little journal card. So there we go. So there's that pocket. So there's places on this that you can write on. You can write on the lines, or you can just write up and down. Totally up to you. And if you want your corners rounded, you can round your corners. thought this time on this one, oh, I forgot about this. Might have been why I didn't cut that in there. Well, I'll just trim it out of there. Yep, I think that's why I didn't do that. But see, we find out as we go. Okay, well, that's not going to look perfect, but it'll be all right. Let me ink this a little bit. And then I'll just run my glue right around there. Let me wipe this glue off of here. Don't you like it when you figured something out in advance and then you forgot what that was? We'll just do this, and that'll be just fine. So if I was going to do that again and glue that down, I would have cut this in so that went around and matched. Okay. Now we can go ahead and do our pockets. So let me set this here. And I want to cut my angles in this tag. I cut my angles in my other one already, and yes, I did, and I rounded them corners, so I'll just do these. Today's Monday. I must be having a forgetful day. Had another nice long weekend, and that was good. I think I needed it. Okay. Now on this one is where this comes in. No, this one goes on the big one. Yes, yes it does. Goes like this. And I had to cut that side off. It threw me because I knew this fit before. So we'll work on this one. I had to cut this side off, which makes this a little narrower. And then I'm going to have a little tag that says make pretty things. And down at the bottom, to, you know, to tie the bird in with this is why I put this on here, and I'm just going to have little birds down here and then the mushrooms to finish tying the whole thing in. So I don't want to go past there, so let me glue this down first. But see, the lines in this paper all match the colors in this one. And then I'll just ink that up a little bit. Just to blend that in. I think I already went around them. And then this one, I'm just going to kind of curve this edge or this corner just to kind of match this. So I'm going to glue the mushroom down first and just kind of have this touch in it. And that'll just kind of blend it in together. I try on the weekends to work ahead and get videos set up. And then again, sometimes when I get ready to do them, I forget exactly what it is I'm supposed to be doing. And then I'll just put that down there, something like that. And that'll just tie both of them into the theme. And that will work. Okay. So how's everyone doing today? Did everyone have a nice weekend? And do you craft over the weekend? There, make pretty things. Now, this is also out of that paper pack. So I'm just going to glue this on. And the colors in this go with the birds. See, it goes with the birds. Now we'll let this sit and dry before I try to slide it down into the pocket. And we'll work on this one. So on this one, I have another one of them strips. So I'm going to put that down there. I just barely rounded the corners on these. They're so small, I didn't want to round them too big. And like I say, the mushrooms, color of the mushrooms go real good with this paper. And then these are just little journal cards. So them can sit down in there. And then we have relax, slow down. So you take in the scenes. Okay, and then we're going to have the tab for this one on the side. Now I made this one with the thought of it probably being glued down. If you're going to use it as like an insert into a pocket or a standalone, you can go ahead and do the back of the page, or because the book paper is pretty, you can just leave it, or you know, you can just put a little piece of something over it just for journal spots. So I'm going to have to, because of that, I have to cut this down. Oh, I kind of forgot about that one too, huh? So let's see, how much do we have to cut off? At least I don't have to cut it from the bottom. So I guess I'll cut it down in here and just make my corners or my angles again. And if it's going to be too short, I'll just round the corners. See if that goes in there. Yeah, so we can go ahead and make our angles. See, not a problem. You just gotta keep going. And then we will just go ahead and ink that part up. So we just have a shorter tag, but luckily I had it long enough so I didn't have to cut any of the bottom. Okay, so there's our little journal tags. And then we're going to slip right in there. And this, we'll have this on the side to pull that out. And then our top tag is going to go in here. And that's all the farther it's going to go because I made it to stick out some. It just has to be set off to the side a little bit. So there we go. And I think that turned out kind of cute. So what do you think? Let me know down in the comments if you have any comments about the project, any questions, any ideas. I like reading my comments. So until next time, I hope everyone has a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.